Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Bonnie and Clyde Morning Talk. Just making sure everything is going good this morning. Looks like we're up and going. Switch that over. We are good to go. All right, guys. Just checking out a few prices on a couple things. Let me get over here and get out of that. There we go. Don't need to be in there. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Today's date is 6/14/2020. And this is going to be a quick run through the market because today is Sunday. Nothing's going to be going on in the market today. Just some futures and stuff. So don't look like anything has changed. Let me get down here and see if there's an article that's screaming out like the market fell through the earth or something like that. Good morning, good morning. We're starting off with jokes this morning. Let's see. No, I don't see anything there. But nothing. Oh my goodness. My pups are up. My neighbors, I think my neighbors are off to church, and the dogs, every time they hear a car door shut outside, they think somebody's coming to get them. All right, guys. Nothing this morning in the market that I can see that I really want to talk about. So let's move right along and jump over to the Twitterverse and see what is happening over there. See what they got good for us. And we got another coin. NGC has put out another coin of the day. And I suppose it is celebrating the birthday of Munich, Germany. Happy birthday to Munich, Germany. June the 14th, 1158. Has been traditionally observed as the city's founding. So what they have here is the 1855 Bavarian coin celebrates landmark column in the city showing the Mary and Jesus on the coin. What an appropriate coin for Sunday. Nice. There is the coin of the day from NGC. Let's go down here and see if we see any other articles that we want to take a look at real quick. Not seeing anything on the Twitterverse. Yeah, okay. So let's move right along. Moving right along. I knew this was going to be a short but sweet little day. And if anybody's interested, let's get on over to some coin news. The American Numismatics Association, they this year they're having a ANA e-learning academy, and they are taking people in for the course. So the courses are open to both ANA members and non-members. There's no charge to participate, but you do have to pre-register. So that's what I was saying about they're taking in people, and it's a little course. So what they're going to do this year, it is 11 courses, and they'll be offered in a condensed 1 to 2 hour format. So you guys, that will be given on June the 29th to July the 10th. So you guys can go over and register to take a free course if you like through the American New Mastic Association. And then when you head over there, you find yourself on their homepage, and then all you do is go over to their press releases. Let me back up here and make sure I'm telling you guys exactly right. Summer seminar. So yeah, just go over there to the American New Mastic Association, and then trying to figure out collector resources. Anyway, A&A is offering that thing, so you guys can go over and check it out. I was trying to show exactly how I had got to that actual page, but I don't know what I've hit on. I don't know if I've done something backwards here and went into something different accidentally. Most likely so. But they are offering a seminar, so with a little research you can do it. And if I find the link to it, I will post it to make sure that if you guys are interested, you'll be able to see it. All right, moving on. Before I dig my hole even deeper, we're going over to check out some controversy on a Medal of Honor that went for sale in a German auction. And as everybody knows, illegal to sell a Medal of Honor inside the United States. So there's one that went up for auction in Germany, and they were trying to get about $5,000 for it. Ended up going for like $15,000. And Ted Cruz tried to block it from being sold just because it was being illegal to be sold in the United States. Instead, because if you do it in the United States, it's punishable by fines up to $100,000 and a year in jail. So if you got a Medal of Honor that's been passed down in your family, don't sell it. Don't try to sell it here in the United States. You could end up getting yourself in some trouble. But what happened was you can't make the rules in other countries, though. I mean, even though the United States tries as hard as they can to dictate what goes on around the world and everything, so they couldn't block it. I'm not saying it was a good thing to, you know, to put it up for sale or whatever. I don't really have an opinion about that. I was just relaying an article that a Medal of Honor was sold in a German auction, and they ended up getting quite a few pennies for it, $15,000. So, congratulations to whoever sold that. They sure made off with a pretty penny for a little piece of history. And PCGS put out a coin of the week with the 1796 US quarter dollar. And those coins got a lot of history with them. And it's the little bust style. Trying to see exactly. And they only had like 6,000, little over 6,000 of them were minted back then. And they were actually, the story is that they were actually struck in an earlier date and then brought in a few years later or later in time. And it's got a pretty interesting story with how all of that went about. But it is one of the first quarters to be struck. Pretty good looking coin. As always, had the eagle on the back with the Lady Liberty on the front. And the stars, about the same way all of those things were minted back then. A lot of history though, lots of history. So I figured you guys may like that. And let's go over and check out the weather real quick. That's about all I have for the coin news this morning. And it looks like we got low 70s dominating the continental U.S. With the highs being down in Florida as usual. Coming in at just over 80 degrees. And the cold spot is out west, which has been hanging on to winter. The Northwest, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Washington, Northern California, Northern Nevada, parts of North Dakota, South Dakota. Man, those guys have had winter that just keeps on lasting and lasting and lasting. And they are still in the 40s. Let's check out the radar and see what we got. See if we got any precipitation around. And yes, it is. It looks like the Northwest has still got precipitation all the way from the Dakotas all the way out to the coast. In the Northwest, spotty showers in the Oklahoma, northern Texas area. And then out east, it looks like Kentucky is getting quite a little bit of rain. Could be some possible severe storms moving through the area. And then off the coast, down through North Carolina coastline, all the way down into Florida, off the coastal areas. Looks like you could see some showers. But that front that's in Kentucky should be heading east. So be careful out there, guys. Hope everybody stays safe and has a wonderful Sunday. I know everybody wants to get out and travel this morning, going to church and all, so be careful. And that'll do it for the weather, guys. Now let's try to see if we can't find us a good story. Today we actually do have two good stories. And then I'll lead off the one good story with, in Kentucky, the Breonna Law. There was a vote that passed 26-0 banning no-knock police raids. And if you guys have been around the internet, you've probably seen some horrifying incidents of these no-knock raids where the police are blasting in, throwing stuff in through the windows, babies getting hurt. It is a racket. The war on drugs is absolutely a war on people, for sure. Yeah, I think the war on drugs is the part that I don't want to give a whole lot of opinion about it, but I don't think the government likes competition. So glad to see that happen anyway. So now they gotta wear body cams that cuts on 5 minutes before the raid, and then 5 minutes after it's all done, they gotta do like announce that they are the police. So it's not gonna make a big difference to the drug dealer, and they're not gonna be able to flush everything down in 15 seconds or anything like that. I mean, the police is still gonna be happy. They're gonna get their bust and make the front page news and say how much of a hero they are for stopping those awful marijuana smokers or whatever. All right. On to another article that we'll finish out the day with. Good morning, everybody who's in the chat. I'm glad you hung in there today with me. Thank you so much. We do appreciate everybody. The last article comes from us from, I'm pretty sure, Japan, Tokyo. And it was an interesting story. I feel bad for the lady, but there was a lady out there in Japan that went out to the, I'm going to butcher this name, Kanakakawa River, and tried to attempt a suicide. So I guess she kind of just flung herself into the river. I don't think she was actually trying to go for a swim. And lo and behold, just right down from her, where she did it, was a little place where the sumo wrestlers practice and stuff like that. So they have a training facility. So they happen to be outside and see what happens. So here they go, a bunch of big sumo wrestlers running over to help the poor lady so she didn't die and hurt herself. So that was awesome. They had to carry her out, and there was a steep bank that they had to wrestle with. So approximately 20 of those sumo wrestlers went down, saved the day, helped get the woman up out to safety. So I thought that was a great story. I love the sumo wrestlers. If you guys haven't ever watched a sumo wrestling match, man, y'all are missing out. That is something else. Those guys get to banging at each other. They are really something else with their big naked butts. Too much, too much. But I'm glad to see the woman. Hopefully she'll take a look at herself and figure out that she really don't want to leave, especially on a suicide. Maybe she'll look at and straighten things out. We hope so. We'll be praying for her. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Hope you enjoyed it. We do appreciate you as always. Thank you so much. And we'll see you tonight, 9 o'clock. Let's go hunting tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you. Check out Bonnie and Clyde Coins.com. And we'll see you guys later. Have a great Sunday.